One night, a giant gorilla stepped into the cottage. Adana froze, but the gorilla did not attack, it looked at her and slowly turned away. From that night on, the gorilla brought her food, she cooked and shared, and slowly they became friends, two lonely souls, finding comfort in each other. Once upon a time, there was a powerful king. He had wealth, he had a kingdom, he had many wives, but he had no child. Among his wives was a young woman named Adana. She was once a servant in the palace. Though the king later married her, her life did not change. She still swept the floors, still carried water, still bowed before the other queens. They mocked her, they reminded her she did not belong. One desperate evening, the king summoned a great magician. "My wives must bear me a child," he commanded. The magician prepared a powerful potion. One by one, the queens stepped forward and drank. When it was Adana's turn, one of the queens pushed her aside. "You are not worthy to carry royal blood," she said. Adana lowered her head and walked away. Later that night, she returned quietly. At the bottom of one bowl, she found a single sip left. She whispered a prayer and drank it. Months passed. A miracle happened. All the wives became pregnant. According to tradition, they returned to their family homes to give birth. But Adana had no family, no home, no place to go, so she began a journey alone. She walked for days, through heat, through hunger, through fear, until she reached a small cottage, hidden deep inside the forest. Exhausted and heavy with child, Adana slowly walked toward it. The door was slightly open. She stepped inside carefully, not knowing that the cottage did not belong to her. It belonged to a giant gorilla. She cleaned the corner quietly. She rested, she prayed, and when night fell, the ground began to shake. Heavy footsteps approached. The door creaked open. A massive gorilla stepped inside. Adana froze. Her heart nearly stopped. This was his home. She was the stranger. For a long moment, they stared at each other. It saw her swollen belly. It saw her fear. From that night on, the gorilla brought her food. She cooked and shared, and slowly they became friends, two lonely souls, finding comfort in each other. Soon, Adana gave birth to a strong, healthy baby boy, and around the same time, the gorilla also gave birth. The babies grew up together. They played in the forest. They laughed together. They were inseparable. But after 1 year, it was time for Adana to return to the palace. With tears in her eyes, she carried her son and left the forest behind. When she arrived at the palace, she discovered something shocking. She was the only wife who had given birth to a strong, healthy baby boy. The other queens had weak and sickly children. Jealousy filled their hearts. Before the king could see her child, they dragged the baby forward. Each queen claimed, "This child is mine." The palace fell into chaos. To settle the dispute, the king gave an order: "Each of you will prepare a feast. Whichever food the child chooses, that mother shall be declared the true queen." The queens prepared rich meals, meat, rice, delicacies fit for royalty, but Adana had nothing, no spices, no meat, no wealth. With trembling hands, she gathered simple vegetables and prepared a humble meal. She wept softly. The baby was placed in the center. He walked slowly around the table, past the rich dishes, past the steaming plates. Everyone held their breath. Then, he turned, he walked toward Adana, and began to eat from her food. Silence filled the palace. Then joy erupted. The king stood up. The true mother has been revealed. Adana was crowned queen, not just a queen, but the head of all queens.